Hi, welcome to Fight Depression and Anxiety Using Goal Setting. I'm D. Rachel James, and I'm a solution focused therapist. And my mantra is you can't get out of life alive, so you may as well have a good time. 2017 is gone, and you're probably saying what everybody else is saying, that the year went by fast, and it did. If 2017 was a wonderful year for you, great. If it was not so good, guess what? You're at the opportune time to make 2018 your year. With a little bit of planning and some action, 2018 can be the best year of your life if you so choose. As I said, I'm a solution focused therapist. I love solution focused therapy because it focuses on the present and the future and what's right in your life and what you want versus focusing on the past, which you can do absolutely nothing about, what's wrong in your life and what you don't want. And all of this simply contributes to more depression and anxiety. There is no way you can have a healthy, happy, and prosperous life focused on negative thoughts, emotions, or behaviors. I call these weeds, and you can't plant weeds and expect roses to pop up. You're probably thinking, how is it that setting goals can help you fight depression and anxiety? Well, the research shows that individuals who have goals or set goals experience less depression and anxiety. That's because of their focus. They're focused on something positive. They're focusing their energy on achieving their goals. Excuse me. And they're more motivated because they do have goals and they're creating the life that they want instead of life just happening to them. And most important, there's only a finite amount of time in each day, 24 hours. They're spending more of their time focusing and thinking on things that are positive, and that's less time to focus on negative things, which again contribute to depression and anxiety. And in the end, you got to do what happy people do. Happy and successful people set goals. I know in solution focused therapy, I said we don't focus on the past, but I do need you to go back to the past just briefly and think about what has prohibited you from achieving your goals in the past. The biggest thing on this list is your belief system. If you don't believe that you can achieve it, if you don't believe that you deserve it, guess what? Your actions and behaviors are going to become the self-fulfilling prophecy and you're going to fail at achieving your goals. If you could just flip that focus on believing that you can achieve it, even if you don't know how you're going to achieve it, amazingly, the resources that you need will come into your path. The other biggie on this list is fear. I don't know if it's human nature, but we can come up with a lot of good ideas, but we'll let fear talk us out of it before we even get started. And we start the overthinking. And with the overthinking, you're exhausted and you haven't even done anything. The other things on this list you can overcome or you can get. Like if you don't have high self confidence or you have low self esteem, guess what? Nobody's born with self esteem. Nobody's born with confidence. It is something that you can learn. You can learn. So take this time to reflect back over what went well over the past year. Always like clients to start out from a point of gratitude or a positive side. And even though we may be going through our struggles, there is something positive that you can possibly identify. Even if it's just the fact that you're here and you're still breathing and you have hope. So write this down. I need you to write these things down because you only retain 10% of what you hear, 45% of what you write down, and 90% of what you actually do. Now, think about what you want to absolutely leave in 2017. What is it that you absolutely refuse to take into the next year? It can be bad thoughts, bad habits, patterns of behavior. It can even be people. You're going to write this down on a separate sheet of paper. And in the end, we're going to burn this piece of paper. You can throw it in the fireplace, a fire pit. You can light it on the stove. It does not matter. The burning symbolizes releasing and letting go. Next, I want you to write down, what is it that you would like to accomplish in 2018? Because anytime we give up something or we eliminate something, we create a hole or a vacuum. And we don't want just anything filling that hole. So now's the time to plan out your 2018. What is it that you want to be able to say December 2018 that you achieved over the year? It may help you to think about, what would you do if you had an absolute guarantee that it would succeed? Think about that. Most important, and this comes later, you got to take that first step. And writing down your goals, that's the first step. And applaud yourself if you've taken that step. You got to be committed to this. You can't simply want things. You have to be committed. Because when we say we want, we'll say, I want it, but I want it if, or we'll stop at the first obstacle. When you're committed, you are not going to let anything stop you until you achieve that goal. And push past that fear. Athletes, singers, actors, they all report fear before going on to perform. Guess what? They don't let that fear paralyze them. They go on with the performance. They push past that fear. And that's what you have to do. Get out of your comfort zone. The time to work on your goals is now. Stop waiting on the right time, the right person, the right feeling, the right resources, because you'll never get started. And at the end of 2018, you'll be singing the same song. And you really don't want to do that. To me, the greatest sin is to waste the time that God has granted us on earth. So start changing your mindset and start changing your focus. I'm going to create a video later on SMART goals. And again, SMART goals really do work. I use these in my own life, in addition with my clients. 2017 was a wonderful year for me. Even though I became the caregiver for my 79-year-old father. And I got divorced this year. Both of those events were just all of a sudden. However, I did not fall on my face because I had so many other areas of my life that were going well. I had something to look forward to. So I consider the caregiver role and getting divorced just a little bleep in 2017. So again, look forward to my next video on how to set SMART goals.